All right, a 14-year-old boy from Buffalo, New York by the name of Jamie Rodemeyer recently committed suicide after he was bullied for several years by his classmates. The Today Show interviewed his parents to see what kind of response the kids had to his suicide, and it's a really depressing story, but I think that it's important to bring up. Let's watch the first video where you get more detail into what happened in this case.
Like a lot of 14-year-old boys, Jamie was quiet and insecure one moment, joking around the next. Damn. His online videos were part diary, part empowerment. His family says he was a victim of bullying, and he often talked about it.
You should give respect for everyone, no matter gay, straight, or bi, lesbians, transgender.
The most haunting in hindsight from May of this year, just after Jamie came out to friends and family.
I'm just here to tell you that it does get better.
He recorded this video for the It Gets Better project, a nationwide campaign to tell gay teens that life does eventually get better. But Jamie clearly struggled with comments people made about him.
People would be like, faggot, fag, and they'd taunt me in the hallways, and I felt like I could never escape it.
On September 8th, Jamie wrote on his daily blog, "I always say how bullied I am, but no one listens." Days later, he posted a lyric from a Lady Gaga song on Facebook saying, "Don't forget me when I come crying to heaven's door." The day before his death, Jamie sent Lady Gaga a message on Twitter saying, "Bye, Mother Monster. Thank you for all you have done." On September 18th, Jamie was found dead outside his Buffalo home, a suicide.
Man, that's tough. I got a kid at home, and seeing, he's still really young, seeing him make those videos and seems like full of life, and then he takes his life. The bully thing, I know we've talked about it before and it's obvious, but man, you got to talk to your kids, because these kids aren't just, it's a natural thing to some degree, and there's been bullies forever, right? And nobody ever thinks their kid's a bully. Right? They always think about it, what if their kid is on the receiving end, right?
Of course.
But you got to realize there's a lot of bullies out there, and they got parents, right? And I'm not trying to hold them responsible legally or anything like that. I'm just saying, man, if my son picked on the weak, okay, people without support, I'd be so mortally embarrassed of him. And that would be the worst, insult he could do to me, to say that, that this is the kind of person that I raised, right? And so, I feel like watching that, the parents got to get a little bit more involved to make sure, because look, it does get better, right? Like all those kids sometimes that are idiots in high school, they grow up, they mature, etc., and they don't keep going around calling people names like that. And some do, of course, but a lot don't. But that's why you got to be vigilant as a parent to make sure that when they're in school that they're not going around doing that to kids like this that's tormenting them.
You would think that after this 14-year-old boy commits suicide, after you see what the effects of bullying would be, the students would back off a little bit, right? But it turns out, no, they didn't learn anything from the lesson. So the Today Show interviewed his parents, and hear what the parents had to say.
It was the first day of his wake, and my daughter, we let her go to this school dance because it was homecoming week that Jamie was really looking forward to, and we thought it would be great for her to be with all her friends, and she was texting that she was having a great time. Then all of a sudden a Lady Gaga song came on, and they all started chanting for Jamie, all his friends and whatever, and then the bullies that put him into this situation started chanting, "You're better off dead, we're glad you're dead," and things like that. And my daughter came home all upset, and it was supposed to be time for her to grieve and have fun with her friends, and it turned into bullying even after he's gone.
So what do you do with those students?
Look, I know of course you shouldn't do this, but those are the times that I want to go bear Jew on them. Like when you hear the bat in the hallway and you can't quite see him, and you're like, oh shit, he's coming, right? Like that's what makes me want to grab a bat and like right outside their windows so they can hear it and be like, one day, right? And of course, don't do that. That's crazy. It's not going to help anybody and their kids, right? Having said that, it makes me so goddamn mad. And if I was the parents, I don't know what I'd do.